All right, after the interview, why do you spread lime down?
When I spread it, it helps for bugs out of the stalls, and it soaks up and cleans up the smell of, like, you know, animals. Urine.
Why are you so
poop
beautiful?
smell. Cut that out.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Glad to have you here. So it is a warm 14 degrees outside this morning. So really a great day. Oh, that sun is gonna be bad this whole trip. I'm gonna try to get this in. But anywho, it is super warm outside this morning. But I am currently on the way to the dump, and then I need to go to Lowe's to get the supplies for today. We'll be working on finishing that paddock area. The plan is to kind of finish a stall on that backside too. So then the goats and the cow actually can't get into the rest of the barn, so we can kind of finish up the interior area that we are setting up. So we just need to kind of get them out of the whole area, and they are pooping in all over everything. So we want to kind of limit them to just the one stall on the one side. But like I said, I'm gonna head up the dump, throw away some of the trash and stuff from last week, as well as my normal household trash. There's this awesome glare that's gonna be on all these shots. It's film glare. It's an effect that we do. Anywho, we're gonna hit up the dump, then Lowe's, and then we'll get rolling. All right, so I almost really screwed this up, but luckily I had enough board here to be able to shift over and actually get this to latch. So we're good. I got the gate in and everything, so it looks good. It should be functional. So now they can't get back here. So kind of stage 2 will be cutting out the side of the barn, bringing up this other gate, getting them in. So then what'll happen is the gate that's kind of behind you guys right now will close, and they won't be able to get into the main part of the barn. We'll put in another gate on this other side. There'll be a hole in the back. Well, a hole. I mean, I guess technically, yes, a hole that will eventually be a door. So they can come in back from this paddock area for right now. And then that's the way they'll come in and out from to the barn while we reconstruct the rest of the barn. So this was kind of stage one, getting this up, and now the paddock area is sealed off, quarantined. And then eventually this is where the babies will kind of hang out. When we have people over to the farm, we feel comfortable enough to let them in this area where the babies and stuff are playing.
Not the hook part, but the eye part, a large one, and then we put like a clip or like a carabiner on the, and you could just like clip it on, like attach it.
Good thing I got some in the basement.
But then you can cut the, I don't know how long the chain is, pretty long.
It's a long chain.
So we could probably just clip the carabiner, you know, as close as we need it.
I just don't know if I have a carabiner. Actually, I might. I may
mean,
have.
They're
a
like
carabiner.
$1.
I know. They're not
That was.
expensive, but okay. I'll go get the gate then. second and kind of explain what we're doing. So we've completely kind of quarantined them off from the other side of the barn. As you can see, we have the new opening that we created back here so they can come in and out through the small little paddock area outside. So this will kind of be their permanent stall for now. Eventually what will happen is we'll redo the rest of the barn, and there'll actually be another stall where the camera's actually sitting right now. So there'll be a stall there, a stall here. So there'll be 2 stalls on this side, 2 stalls on the other side. And the way we attach this gate, that I think is just off screen, is to where it can actually swing open and actually cut off the back half of the barn. It just worked out that way. I don't know if that's the way this was designed for that, but there's never been a fence there before. But I had to kind of angle it a little bit to hit that downward angle so they couldn't fit underneath of it. And then what we did is we actually split that field. So I thought I was going to have enough of a run to actually go corner to corner. I didn't. I was probably 50 feet short from corner to my gate, and then I was going to make a weird angle. So we kind of played an audible and went straight across. That's our eventual goal, is to actually split that field with good fence. But what we did is we ran that as far as we could. I then cut the other fence away and tied them together in the middle. Well, middle. It was about 3/4 of the way up there. And that'll be kind of, not permanent, but temporary for right now for that area. Eventually, we'll run a permanent fence there, a permanent fence along the side and everything else. We were just kind of keeping them away from that side. They can already get underneath the gate. I need to reconfigure that gate on that side, which I knew was going to be a little bit of an issue, but I think we can fix it fairly easily. But everything's going to kind of get changed around a little bit as we get going. We're still going to work on the barn. That's going to be probably the project for next weekend too, is finishing up the barn, getting stuff organized in here, because we do have baby goats coming in a few months, and we need to start working on our garden project before too long, because we want to plant in the beginning of May. So we got about, I don't know when this will get posted, but right now it's the middle of February, so we'll get about we got about 2.5 more months before we want to plant, right? 2.5, yeah. 2.5 more months before we want to plant. So we'll start working on that. There's about 500 other projects we want to get done as well as figuring out barn, stalls, shelters, and everything else for these animals. But good progress this weekend. I'm really happy with where we are. But like I said, we'll continue to work on this barn. If you guys like the video, just hit that like button down below. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love you guys to subscribe and keep following what we're doing here on Emerald Hill. See y'all next time.